Hi friends, welcome back. And today we are going to discussing there is a one concept that extended report setup in Playwright Java. Actually, this particular video asked one of my YouTube follower for them purpose I'm creating for this particular video. Okay, and here this is my project which I have already created one. Okay, and just I'm going to step by step we will create. Okay, meanwhile we need to create packages. Inside the packages we need to create for add our package extended report. Okay, now here I'm going to create adding for my extend report com avent stack, and report name is extend reports, and then we need to use the package name or package number 09. Okay, and the similar format we can use for testng as well. Okay, going to use for testng. Okay, and then there is a testng, we can name it as a testng, and I'm going to use the package number 7.8.0. Okay, this is the package number I'm going to use, and then we are going to save it. Okay, why this is the one having a error? Version 7.84. Okay, sorry, org testng. I have mentioned for com, that is the reason it is giving some error. Okay, we are added for testng. Okay, sometimes in case if you are not able to once after adding also, if you are not able to run your testng and all, there is a helpers install packages. Okay, and our Eclipse market you have to add for testng here. Okay, or you need to add for install location also. Okay, for this setup and all I have already explained in some other videos. Please go through that videos. Okay, here testng you have to attach it. Okay, recent video also uploaded in the Cucumber Playwright Java location. You can go through that as well. Okay, there you can see that how to add for testng and how to fix your code and all. There I have added. Okay, and this is now we are attached to here, and then I'm going to here test Java. Under this I'm going to creating one package called utils. Okay, utils package I'm creating. Okay, inside that package I'm going to creating a one file class called extent manager. Okay, and then we need to do for one by one attachments. Okay, sorry, it will be, yeah. Now one by one we'll add. One is private static, where I need to add for extent reports, and then we need to add that package and name it as extent. Okay, and then we are going to create a method public static extent reports and get instance. Okay, this is my function, sorry, method. Okay, then we need to mark it as if extent double equal to a null. If it is null means then we are going to add for one by one. Okay, we need to add one after one. First we need to add a string. Okay, report path. That report path purpose we need to use the system dot get property. Okay, for this get property we need to use user dot directory. Okay, this directory will give you for current project folder location, and then I'm going to use inside that I'm going to create the reports. Under that reports I'm going to use for extend hyphen, or you can use for anything. Okay, hyphen reports dot html. Okay, we are going to create for html report. Okay, then we need to use that report path to generating purpose. Okay, extend sparks report, and then we need to use the reporter and new extend reporter, and then we need to pass the path of report path. Okay, and then we need to use that what is the title of our reporter name, so that particular report name we need to use, right? For that report we need to provide our name of that config, a dot set report reporter name. Okay, what we need to provide here we can use for some name. I'll use for Playwright Java UI report. Okay, and we need to use the documentation title. What is the document title also we need to use. Okay, reporter dot config dot set document title. I'm going to use for my document title as a test results. Okay, now we have added for that report title and the reporter name, what exactly we need to see in that, right? Then we need to use the extend equal to a new extend reports. Okay, and we need to use that extend a dot attach reporter. We need to attach that reporter. What reporter we need to use? Reporter path. Okay, if you want to add that information like who is the tester of your extended report, that also you can add it. Okay, in case if it is required, that also I'll show you. System set system info. Okay, we can use as a tester, and name of the tester we can able to add it here. I'm going to add for my name location. Okay, now we need to return this extent. Okay, now we are able to set for our report one. Okay, now we need to create our base class. Okay, base package. Package name is a base because we need to initiate our code. Okay, previous, right? The packages directly I'm using for main method. I'm not used it for any place test ng and all. This is the first time I'm going to use in this particular package. Okay, previous like the cucumber time I have used it, but here I'm not used. Okay, this is a basic information while I'm going to explain the basic topics. Okay, I'll create inside here itself a base. Okay, from the base I'm going to add for file name called test base. Okay, test base. Okay, now here I'm going to add for one by one. Okay, we'll create for one protected static, and we need to use that our extended reports name, right? That's extended report name. I'm going to use that. Reports extend. Okay. And then I'll create for my extend test. Test. I'm going to use the test as well. Okay. And protected, and I'll use for playwright. And I'm using for playwright itself. And then I'm going to use for my protect browser. Need to import that package browsers. Okay. And then we need to use that pages as well. Page. And then we need to use for browser context as well. Okay. Context. Browser context. Okay. All the things are we are imported, and now we are going to use for one before suit. Okay. And before suit means every time it will open in the first itself when the what we can say project is loading time. Okay. And we can use for setup report. You can use this particular name anything. Okay. Not required to the same one. Okay. Extent is equal to extent extent manager extended manager dot get instant. This is coming from this particular manager. Okay, this is the location we have that extended reports, right? That extended report from this particular location to this location we are going to take. Okay, these extended reports. Okay, now we are initiated in the global level, and then we need to use for our suit creation here at the rate before method. Okay, here we need to use the setup public void setup. This is basically a browser instant creation and Chrome launching and everything. Okay, and we can use for playwright equal to playwright create. Okay, and then browser. From this browser we are going to use for playwright dot chromium dot launch, and inside the launch we need to use for a new, we need to use for headless mode. Okay, and here is we need to use the browser type. Oh shit. Browser type dot launch options. Okay, and then we need to use a set headless equal to false. Okay, and then we need to close, because if you are not set as a false, then it will not open properly. Okay, means it will go for hidden mode. If you mention as a headless as a true, then automatically it will not open a browser outside. Like we can't see that browser opening concept. Okay. Browser dot new context and then page equal to context dot a new page. Okay. We are set up for the browsers. Now we need to use that after method. Okay. To closing purpose, what are the things we have opened, everything we can able to do it close. Okay. Tear down, and here we can able to use that if my page not equal to null, then we can close for page dot so close. Okay. The similar format if context not equal to a null, then we can use that context dot close. Okay. A similar format we can close for browser as well. Browser and not equal to null, then we can close for browser. Okay. And then we can close for playwright as well. In case if you want, you can use this is the optional one. Okay. Playwright one is optional. I'll show that as well. Okay. Playwright dot close. Okay. All the close functionality done. But extended report we have opened, but we are not closed. For that, again, we need to use for after suit. Okay. We need to use to close this functionality. Void flash report. Okay. And here we need to use that extend dot flash. Okay. This will close that entire flash concept. Okay. Now we need to create another package called test. Okay, which we are going to use for the package for that. Okay, test. This is my package. Inside my package, I'm going to create a class for Google. Okay, that just for title verification. Okay, the class name I'm going to use the Google test. Okay, now my test is ready. Now under this, we need to use for base class, which we have used for test base, right? That for that we need to use for extends. Okay, that is from the test base. Okay, from the base we are able to extend it. Now we need to use for at the rate test. Okay, annotation. This annotation, by using that we are going to validate public void test Google title. Okay, and now here I'm going to use it. You can use for run here and you can use for anything. Okay, and test is equal to okay, test is equal to extend dot create a test. Okay, this is my test. I'm going to use it here to store my Google title verification. Okay, verification. How it will looks under will show you. Okay, and page dot navigation. Okay, and we need to use for my Google URL. Okay, and then semicolon, and here we can once it is loaded and we need to store that title. I'm using for title itself and page dot title functionality. Okay, this will return the title, and that particular title we need to store into our location test.info. This info we can able to use that which information you have to provide for the specific, right, that you can able to provide. Here I'm going to use for navigate to Google. Okay, because we are navigated into that, and test.info, and again here I'm going to use for Google title. Okay, and plus symbol, and I'm going to use for my title. Okay, and then using for semicolon to close. Okay, now I'm going to use for if my title dot contains are equal to, also you can able to use it. Okay, Google, then we need to use for test dot pass. Okay, and title verified successfully. Okay, test dot fail, sorry, title verification failed. Okay, now I'm saving. Okay, we can able to run from here, and there is no report folder structure. Okay, we can refresh and see nothing. Okay, I'm running this one here. First time, right, when you are running time, the browser, all the things it will download and keep it. And here you can see this test case got passed. Okay, now again I'm going to, here there is no report folder. Okay, now again I'm refreshing. See, it should come. Here you can see reports, and inside the reports it is there. Okay, if I go back here and if I see here, run, see now the test case name which we have provided here. This is a test case name. Okay, creating the test case name, that is a test case name, and Google title verification, and this is my title, and the time it started and time it is ended, and how much time it is taken, and what is the test case. And here this is a Playwright Java UI report. Okay, this we have used here. Okay, and test it is there. Okay, and everything it is presented, and the time and everything. Okay, you can see title verification and information and timestamp and details of this everything it will provide you. Okay, if you click pass or fail or clearing, and you can see here also started time and ended time, pass and failed, and how much percentage, and here the system environment where things tester and tester name. Okay, the logs event you can able to mention the logs event, everything it is presented. Okay, this all about simplest information, like here the test results, right, this is a test result, title of the documentation, this is a test results. Okay, like this we can able to add for this extended report. Okay, I hope it this entire information help for you. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe and share to your friends and colleagues. Thank you.